Everybody was kung fu fighting. Yeah, skadoosh.
Cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's
Oh, wow. That was random. Anyways, today we're talking about Kung Fu Panda. The original Kung Fu Panda was a great smash hit. Jack Black skyrocketed even more into stardom, along with the whole cast of the Furious Five. Kung Fu Panda was a freaking awesome movie. Genuine emotion and genuine kung fu and great action scenes, beautiful animation, and a great lesson to be learned as well. This time, no exception. This is what sequels are all about. Amping up everything. Emotional depth was amplified. We're not talking Toy Story 3, but hey, this is, it put some heartstrings aquí. It just really did have some leeway, especially with older kids, like maybe 10 and up, will understand this a lot better. Younger kids may not. But overall, this is one great sequel. And as much as sometimes I kind of get annoyed with so many sequels, this time around I'm happy with this one, especially when it comes to the expanding stories of characters. We get to learn Po, played by Jack Black. We get to know his origin stories, where he came from. Obviously, in the first movie, his dad's a goose that makes noodles, and he's a giant fluffy panda. It's just makes for great comedy, as well as just an interesting story to tell. I really enjoyed this movie for so many reasons. Number one, you can't hate a cartoon with depth. This is more than a cartoon. This is brilliantly animated. It's got some great visuals, just excellent detail everywhere. Anything from the fur of the animals to the architecture. I really have no complaints with this movie. This is what sequels are meant to be. I really take that into consideration, that these people knew what they had to do. They expanded the story of all the characters, give or take. Mainly Po in this one, of course. You gave a more in-depth villain as well, which was played by Gary Oldman. He has such an in-depth character as well as the villain this time around. Ian McShane was awesome in the first Kung Fu Panda as a villain. He was great. But Gary Oldman, for some reason, he has that conflict in his character. And that I take a lot of appreciation for, because there's not very many in-depth type of villains. I can't say good about this movie. If you're a fan of any form of DreamWorks movie, Pixar, whatever, if you're a fan of animated movies of this caliber, it's worth checking out. I enjoyed myself. I thought it had some great action scenes, great storytelling. The characters were, and it's just well rounded out. And Jackie Chan had more than 2 lines. I just had to throw that in there. So yes, if you want a definite good family film, this is it right here. This is definitely one of the best movies, I think, possibly for the year. This is solid 5 out of 5 stars. So yes, thank you for watching. Feel free to rate, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff below, whatever you'd like to do. Thank you for watching, and keep going to the movies.